It's finally over with your wait. You're about to receive an amazing increase to your benefits, so get ready to rejoice. Yes, it is correct. You're in for a treat since your benefits, whether from Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or the VA, will increase by an astounding $2,600. Let's get into the specifics right now. Who may take advantage of this fantastic boost? Congratulations if you now get benefits from the VA, SSI, SSDI, or Social Security. You are the beneficiary of this rise. It feels like a well-earned bonus for all of your years of dedication and hard work. However, what does this mean specifically for you? Well, just think of the possibilities. You could treat yourself to something nice, worry-free, pay off those annoying bills, or even save some cash for a rainy day if you had an extra $2,600 in your pocket. You have complete control over the decision you make. But let's not overlook the wider picture. This raise is a token of gratitude from the government, not merely a financial one. It demonstrates their appreciation of the significant achievements you have made to society and their desire to see to it that you are comfortable and well cared for as you age. Recipients have been open about the difficulties they have in making ends meet for a long time, since their quality of life has been negatively impacted by the rising expenses of housing, healthcare, utilities, and other necessities. Many have been forced to make difficult decisions, such as limiting nutrient-dense diets, restricting access to life-saving medications, or relocating to unsuitable housing. But at last, the extended wait for meaningful support is gone. This enormous $2,600 increase, the biggest increase in more than 40 years, looks to be a game changer, giving our most disadvantaged people much-needed financial breathing room and a route toward a more respectable living. This new policy has the power to significantly improve your situation, regardless of whether you're a disabled person dealing with accessibility issues, a retiree dealing with escalating medical costs, or a veteran dealing with the after-effects of your service. You won't have to decide between buying groceries, updating outdated appliances, or filling prescriptions in order to pay your rent. What does this growth mean then? Who is eligible? And how can you make sure you get all the money you're due? We'll go into more detail about that in the coming minutes. Prepare to learn about the specifics of this historic law, how it might affect your life in the real world, and the easy measures you need to take to ensure that you receive all of the benefits that are coming your way. A significant increase in the benefits that tens of millions of Americans get is the driving force behind this policy change. However, the specifics are important, so let's examine who receives what and how the revised payment amounts are distributed. The increase will be $2,600 annually for the approximately 63 million Americans who currently receive Social Security retirement benefits, as well as survivors getting payments from deceased workers. Beginning on the date the policy takes effect and continuing until 2022, this translates into an additional $217 per month for the typical beneficiary getting $1,552 per month. That brings their yearly revenue to more than $21,000 over the course of a year. It's crucial to remember that this increase is universal, meaning it affects all Social Security retirement recipients equally, regardless of the size of their present benefit. That means that moving ahead, your benefits will increase by the same $217 amount each month, regardless of whether you were receiving $800 or $3,000. The fact that this increase is among the biggest in Social Security history makes it very significant. When compared to the 8.7% cost of living adjustment for 2023, this is a monthly increase of $144 on average, or $1,728 annually. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, is a lifeline for nearly 8 million low-income elderly, blind, and handicapped Americans, including children. The new program provides an extra $2,600 a year for these people. Considering that the highest federal SSI payout in 2023 is only $914 for an individual and $1,371 for a couple, an additional $217 per month would be nothing short of revolutionary. By increasing the annual totals to $10,368 and $16,452 respectively, it makes a substantial contribution to sustaining a minimal quality of living. Much of the same applies to the 8.6 million Americans who rely on Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, to replace income lost as a result of an illness, injury, or other disability. With the average SSDI payment being $1,383 per month as of 2022, a $2,600 annual hike translates to the critical $217 monthly increase. The ability to pay for housing, food, transportation, caregiver services, and other essential costs may be significantly impacted by this increase. For the millions of people who have given their lives in the armed forces to defend our country, the effects are as great. The same transformative $2,600 yearly lift will be divided among low-income veteran pensioners and disabled veterans receiving VA disability benefits throughout the course of their monthly payments. Thus, approximately 80 million Americans are expected to receive this large financial aid in total. The $2,600 annual increase has the potential to significantly improve everyone's life, from working-age adults who must prematurely leave the workforce due to illness or injury while receiving SSDI to seniors who must make do with meager Social Security benefits, families raising disabled children on SSI, and veterans who depend on VA benefits. However, the effects extend beyond actual money. This change in policy is a much-needed course correction and reaffirms the commitment of our country to its most vulnerable citizens. Too long, while costs rose and their wages increased excruciatingly slowly, the most vulnerable members of society have slipped through the cracks. The biological aspects of aging and disability often result in increased living expenses, yet government support did not appropriately account for this. In the direction of regaining financial stability, peace of mind, and dignity, this boost is a significant step. Politically neutral economists have advocated for this kind of action, realizing that enhancing beneficiaries' financial circumstances has positive knock-on effects. Seniors and people with disabilities who have more money in their hands have greater purchasing power and consume more products and services, including housing, healthcare, transportation, utilities, food, and more. This surge in economic activity not only helps those in need, but it also propels growth in nearby towns and the U.S. economy as a whole. After years of delaying it due to cost, picture a crippled veteran who is now able to make the necessary modifications to their home to meet their mobility needs. A retired couple happy to upgrade their old energy-draining furnace without breaking the bank. A parent raising a child with Down syndrome alone no longer skimps on fresh produce. Millions of people will see a significant improvement in their bodily and mental well-being. However, it won't happen instantly that the whole $2,600 advantage is unlocked. In light of this new policy, recipients must take proactive measures to guarantee they receive all money owed to them. Luckily, for most beneficiaries, the process is delightfully straightforward. In order to make up for the annual $2,600 increase, those who are currently receiving Social Security retirement, SSDI, SSI, or VA disability compensation will automatically have their monthly payments increased by $217. In these cases, no further applications or complicated documentation are needed. For some beneficiaries, such as those receiving VA pension benefits, a little bit more documentation could be required in order to confirm eligibility and start the higher payments. However, the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Social Security Administration have already started aggressively contacting these recipients to inform them of the simple procedures necessary in their particular situation. In addition, local VA and SSA offices are open to help with forms, provide information, and make sure everyone is connected correctly. Thanks to contemporary electronic payment methods, once the process is started, things can move quickly. Most people notice larger payments showing up in their bank accounts in a matter of several monthly cycles. Any software of this size will undoubtedly encounter some speed bumps during implementation. Possible reasons for delays could include an excessive number of applications or questions at first, technical difficulties, human error when completing forms, or a simple misunderstanding of who is eligible under the new regulations. In some situations, it may be necessary to exercise patience until the kinks are worked out. However, government agencies have stated unequivocally that providing recipients with these necessary $2,600 increments is their top priority. In order to minimize growing pains throughout the deployment process, strong staffing, revised training methods, enhanced digital platforms, and public education campaigns have all been put in place prior to the policy change. It would be prudent for recipients to exercise caution and make sure they are getting the entire benefit amount for which they are eligible under the revised regulations.